Well, hello there, commenter. The only reason I know about the Brigandine is Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's somehow stronger than a Cuirass. Can you explain if that could have been the case? Well, yes, I can, and here's the thing. It could be, yes, but like most things when it comes to historical weapons and armor, that entirely depends upon the case. Just for anyone who's curious, when we were talking about the Cuirass, we were referring to this right here, which a lot of people may think, okay, well, that's a breastplate, which, yes, it is, but a Cuirass is a breastplate that also has a backplate. And from that, it is a singular piece of armor that is strapped together. The Cuirass is, in fact, one of the oldest types of armor in human history. It really is. But by the time we get to late medieval and early modern plate, that is where the Cuirass becomes significantly stronger than it ever had in history because of the much better metallurgy that was available at the time. And that advanced metallurgy is extremely important because by the time you get to the 15th and 16th century, technically speaking, you could have a cuirass that, despite being a large solid piece, actually utilizes less metal and is lighter than a brigandine. Because yes, if you go and look at a coat of plate or a brigandine, because it is made of a series of metal plates, which would typically overlap in some way and could be thicker, then yes, from this you could have a heavier suit, which theoretically, in some cases, could arguably give you better protection with a coat of plate or brigandine than you would have from a cuirass, but this is entirely situational. Because let's just say, as an example, that you are wearing a brigandine and you go up against a knight that is utilizing a crow's beak weapon, which, that in the first place is a nasty piece of work, but it is something that, when you are wearing the brigandine, would actually be more effective against you because the coat of plates is not able to distribute the force from this as easily as if you were wearing a singular piece of metal. Really, the greatest strength that coat of plates or brigandines had was that they were easier to make, they were cheaper, and more importantly for soldiers that were fighting on the road that didn't perhaps have their own servant or someone to take or repair their armor for them, you could actually repair this in the field pretty easily yourself. It was a very versatile armor, and that is why it was used for so many hundreds of years.